There were more than 4, but less than 10 of us involved. And we had a discussion one night about the Nylex Clock and the silos that it sits on, because a number of us have been up there in the last few years, a couple of times, and what we have noticed is in about the last 6 months that the silo site themselves has become a lot less secure. There's a conversation that ensued about that, and also about the fact that on our little excursions up there, we had seen that the clock itself seems to be in fairly decent order. Now, when we were moving up and down and looking at the place, a lot of us were fairly dismayed to find that in the last 6 months or so, you've had a lot of graffiti and a lot of vandalism taking place, particularly in the silos, but also on the malting site around the silos. And every time we drove past, we'd look at it and get a little bit sadder, and we were waiting for someone to get up there and do some damage to the clock. So we made the decision that we were going to go up and have a look and see if we could get it running again. Okay, so tell us, how did you get it running? Was it as simple as flicking a switch, or a bit more complicated? A little bit more complicated than that. The power to the clock itself has been cut. So what we had to do was get up on top. We had to provide our own power, which we've done from the silos themselves. We actually had to do a fair bit of testing of all the electronic components, particularly on the top part of the sign, because it's run off a satellite system for its timekeeping, as well as the temperature sensors and all that kind of stuff. So it took us a few nights. But you obviously saw the results driving to work yesterday morning.
How did you actually get up onto the top? Because I've been up there, and you walk through or you climb a circular staircase inside the malting towers. Were you able to get in there, or did you have to go up the outside of the building?
Yeah, we went up through the staircase on the inside.
And how easy was it to get up there?
It's been very, very easy for the last couple of months, which is also what we're trying to draw awareness to by doing it. Our entire point was that we wanted to let Melbourne know that the clock still works. There's been a lot of conjecture about whether it's broken or what have you. It still works. It's running off a single power point at the moment, and I find it a little bit sad that we haven't been able to get it running, before this. We really weren't going to say anything. We were hoping to create a bit of discussion about it, but it seems that the media have labelled us vandals, which is completely the opposite of what we're hoping to achieve.
What you'd like to achieve, Byron, I assume, is someone to offer to pay the bill to keep the sign going.
Correct, and I don't really think that's too much to ask. It's a Melbourne landmark. It's as much a part of Melbourne as Flinders Street or the MCG. After AGL with the Skipping Girl, I believe it's City Corp who run the power for that area. I'm sure they could come to the table, whoever else wants to help. We're quite happy to go back up there and fix it up for free. We're also very, very happy to help the owners re-secure the site to stop people like us getting back up there.